10 Great Chinese Inventions. Source: History of China. By visualgk.com. Paper. Invented in China, around 105 CE, paper revolutionized communication and record-keeping, enabling widespread dissemination of information. Initially crafted from hemp, waste rag fibers, and mulberry bark, it evolved into various forms, including textured and coated papers. Paper's impact on literature, history, and education is immeasurable, taking 800 years to reach Europe, and forming the basis of modern civilization. Gunpowder. Originally sought as a medicine, gunpowder was discovered by Chinese monks in the 9th century CE. Comprising saltpetre, or potassium nitrate, carbon, and sulphur, it revolutionized warfare, leading to complex weapon designs and pyrotechnics. Its journey from China to Europe transformed military tactics and introduced fireworks and theatrical effects. Movable type printing. Before mass printing techniques, books and complex documents had to be scribed and copied by hand. Next came block printing, where an entire wooden block was engraved, with a page of type, inked and pressed onto paper. Then, in the 11th century, Chinese inventor Lei-Yang developed movable type, revolutionizing book production. Unlike hand copying or block printing, movable type allowed for easier corrections and mass production, paving the way for larger volumes of books, quickly and cost-efficiently. Compass. During the Han Dynasty, in approximately 220 BCE, Chinese alchemists noticed a property of magnetite ore was to point to a fixed north. They constructed a rudimentary device, consisting of a spoon-like pointer, made from lodestone or magnetite ore, placed upon a bronze heaven plate, marked with 24 directions. While this early compass was proven to work fairly well, by the emergence of the Tang dynasty, a more effective system was in place. This used magnetized iron needles, rubbed with magnetite ore, and suspended in water. Mechanical clock. Invented initially by the Buddhist monk Yixing, in the year 725 CE, the early clock made use of dripping water, that slowly turned a wheel through one full revolution, in 24 hours. Interestingly, this was neither a traditional water clock, nor was it intended as a clock, but rather an astronomical instrument. Several hundred years later, between 1086 and 1092 CE, Chinese engineer Su Song developed a metal cog mechanism, he called his cosmic engine, that more closely resembled the modern clock. Alcohol. Evidence from Hunan province suggests that alcoholic beverages brewed from rice, honey, grapes, and hawthorn fruit were produced in China nearly 9,000 years ago, as indicated by pottery analysis. By the late Shang dynasty, bone inscriptions recorded various types of alcoholic drinks, including beer, with around 5% alcohol content. Despite its recreational perception, alcohol played a crucial role in societal structure and politics. Silk. Industrial silk production can be traced back to Neolithic China, around the 4th millennium BCE. Legend depicts Princess Ts'ai Lun discovering that cocoons of the mulberry silkworm Bombyx mori could be unraveled into threads when one fell into her tea, as she sat below a mulberry tree. The process of silk production began with rearing domesticated Bombyx larvae, soaking their cocoons, and weaving the silk threads on a loom. For almost 1,000 years, China monopolized silk production. Toothbrush. The humble bristle toothbrush, in a form we might recognize today, came into being in China, in the 15th century. It was originally made up of a handle, crafted from animal bone or bamboo, with bristles made from Siberian hog hair. By the time Europeans brought it to the continent, hog hair had been replaced by horsetail hair, which was softer, and preferred by Western gums. Umbrella. The earliest mention of a collapsible paper umbrella dates back to 21 CE, made for the chariot of Emperor Wang Mang. Constructed with articulated joints, it could be extended and retracted. Silk Chinese umbrellas became luxury fashion accessories, often adorned with paintings, catering to the wealthy. Additionally, Chinese paper umbrellas were prominent in ancient Chinese society, evidenced by their inclusion in the terracotta army found in Emperor Qin's tomb. This suggests that umbrellas held significant cultural and practical importance in ancient China. Iron smelting. The earliest examples of iron in China date from the 8th century BCE, significantly before evidence of European production. This type of iron was likely too brittle to be used for a wide variety of functions, but by the 5th century BCE, annealing processes allowed for strengthened iron. By the time of the Wei dynasty, metallurgist Qi Wuhuan had discovered how to use wrought iron and cast iron in the manufacture of steel. Private iron making had been banned, creating a state monopoly. Please like, share and subscribe. visualgk.com